Hello, everybody. This is the disembodied voice of your executive director, Victor Jimenez, of the OUTshine LGBTQ plus Film Festival, 13th annual Fort Lauderdale edition. We're presented by Gilead, Culture Builds Florida, and Broward County. So without further ado, let me just bring in the guests so that way you don't see this vibrating white spot. Anyway, this is the Q&A for two. And first we have writer-director A-Star.
Hello, everyone.
And then we have the leads, Agam and more. Welcome to the Q&A.
Hello.
Let's see.
Hello. Happy to be here.
So my first question is to A-Star. First, I want to actually let you know I really enjoyed the film to all three of you. And I actually really connected with it. And a quick little background. I'm married. We adopted two children, but we actually went through the adoption process 3 times, and the first one was a failed adoption. So I definitely know the experience of kind of getting to a point and then it not succeeding. And I just want you to know that it definitely resonated with me. And I know other couples that have similar situations where they always got to a point, it didn't happen, and there were multiple tries before success and all that. So I definitely identified with the story personally. With that being said, A-Star, like, where did the idea for the story actually come from?
Well, of course, from my personal life. I mean, it's not autobiography, but I had a lot of inspiration from the process that me and my ex-partner were going through to following this dream of having a family together, and my dream of getting pregnant with a wife and start a family. And I entered this process without really knowing what I'm entering to, and it shaped my world emotionally and physically and mentally. And the only thing I could do is to create from these emotions this film. I mean, it's not one by one what happened to me and my ex-partner, but it's a lot of the situations in the film is inspired by things I went through myself.
No, thank you. And then more, and again, how did you come to? Actually, to all three of you, what was the casting process, and then how did more, and again, how did you come to the role, and what was it about your character that really drew you to the role? We'll start with more.
Okay. It's a really nice story. We told it like a few times. So A-Star and I are really good friends, and at one point in her life, she was going through, like she said, similar things. And then one day she called me and she asked if I would like to read a script of a feature film that she's working on. And I said, of course. And I read it and I loved it. And she said, okay, you want to play the lead character? I was like, of course. And then, okay. So we started the process, and we were looking for the other lead actress, and I told A-Star that I want to find like a partner who I can really kind of fall in love with, and I want the chemistry to be real, and because a lot of the film is like based, and a lot of its power is this special relationship between those two women. So I wanted to feel it, like to not have to make a lot of effort, to just be and like just let the magic happen. And so we did like a few chemistry reads with different actresses, and like nothing really clicked and then we found a gum, which I'm not sure even how, like, a gum and a star. Was it Marco?
Well, it
Yeah.
was Marco.
Okay, so it was. So apparently, my partner recommended us, like, told the star that there's a really good actress called Agam, and that she should see her. And then we did a chemistry read, and it was like magic
We
from
both
the
fell in
first
love with
moment.
her.
Yeah. It was like an instant connection and bond, and it was so powerful. And like we finished the read, and Agam like went on her way, and Astar and I were like, so it was really powerful and beautiful, and I was very glad to work with the beautiful Agam.
For me, each one of them is so accurate to the part, and their chemistry. I mean, it was amazing. And Agam then told us she needs to disappear for 2 months, so we waited for her. But once she came back, we started rehearsing, and that's it.
Yeah, she
And then,
traveled to
Are you
Thailand.
here?
yeah, and then
Hello?
Agam, did you like more said? Did you feel that chemistry immediately also when you did your first run?
Yeah, it was really
Like, no.
love in first sight. Like it's not the first time I hear Morgan start talking about it, and I'm like I'm blushing from my inside, and it was magical, really, without many words. It just when it's happening, it's just happening, and we didn't need to talk much. Our eyes were like, okay, we can be a couple, we can do it, we can understand each other. I felt her. I don't know how to. There are things that you can't explain with words. It was just there by heart, by body, by the special vitamin of connecting people. So yeah, it was really special.
Yeah, one of the things I really enjoyed about both your performances, obviously was the chemistry, but definitely the chemistry when you guys were having like the heavy conversations. After a few of the failed pregnancy attempts, and then just like the raw emotion that two people going through that would have, and then the conversations you would have, and how both of you were coming from it. So I just want to actually compliment your performance in that. Uh, where it was just very real and authentic. What the to a star, the
Yeah.
one thing I noticed when this is going to your editing and directing choices here, like there was a long build up to the first attempt to get pregnant, and it didn't succeed. But then you almost had this very humorous montage of all the other I guess initially failed attempts. Like, was that
Yeah.
always your creative intent to like kind of do a quick little change of pace to lighten the film up a little bit?
I don't. I mean, there were humorous touches, but it was not funny. I mean, this montage was also hard and painful. You see both of them very depressed, and I mean, yeah, of course, in this process, there are certain points that you have to laugh about it. But I remember that I changed so many doctors that at some point I just saw it. The doctors comes up and down from between my legs, and I mean there are touches of humor, but I think emotionally you you are going through the process with them, and then once you have another try that fails, and another try that fails, and another try that fails, this was the natural way for me to show it because there was the road was still long, and for that part of the movie, it felt right to do it like this.
Excellent. This question is to all three of you, but we can start with Agam. What for you was your favorite scene in the film? Was it something that like a difficult part of the film that you had to do? What was your favorite scene in the film?
Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
At the last Q&A, I said some kind of a scene, but today I want to choose another. There was a scene that we are picking our sperm donor, and we are sitting in front of the computer, and we're like reading all the, the catalog of the sperm donors, and it was like going and shopping online, something so special. And we're like having wine, and we said we would do a date, and we will choose it. And Mo and I, the real person, not the the character, we were laughing. We can't hold ourselves. Like when you see this scene,
I want to add
most of them,
something that at the beginning,
it's improvised.
when we first just shot the scene, it didn't work. You remember? It was like
Yeah,
when we
it's
followed
so
the script,
heavy.
and then I said, "Wait, I will show you the catalog, the actual catalog." Because I was signed in to the real catalog of the sperm bank, and then they actually read all the things that I wrote about, and eventually there were lines in the film that entered the editing process that were not a part of the script, but they actually read the catalog, and it was so amusing. Like it was really, it was so authentic. I mean, they were actually in the situation and not playing that.
I was actually looking at a man, kind of, it's like you will try to describe me by she is 179 centimeters. She have like blonde hair, and she have white teeth, nice sense of humor. You should have it. And you read one after another, and it's like, buy me, take me. And we're like, what? This is how it works? It was the first time we really was like, we're looking at, and this is how lesbians having children. It's so bizarre. And we were drunk, and we were in a very awkward situation. It was just really fun evening. We were really cold. I don't know if you remember, Mo. It was like one of the most cold nights. And, we're having one take, second take, and it was just a blast. Really nice evening.
And then what about you, More?
It's a bit hard for me to pick a certain scene. But I think I have one that I feel there's something really touching in it, when we are both walking on the beach, and I'm saying maybe we should just like not have kids, and like what's wrong with just the two of us. And I think that moment is like kind of like really touches like the something deep, like the pain of this process. Like it's not like dramatic, it's not a dramatic moment, but it's like, is it worth it? So I don't know, there's something about that scene. It's really small, but it's like really touching for me.
And you, Star?
At the last Q&A, you said about this scene, and I was wondering why it was so. I
Yeah,
thought
I
about
think
it.
there's something there. Yeah.
It's like you have a good life. You love each other. So why make
No,
such a
it's not.
big change?
It's not
I
that.
know.
It's not like the real. it's like,
Because she doesn't say it seriously. I mean, she said,
yeah, of course, it's just like a moment where like it's a lot, and it's a struggle, and it's really hard, and they want it so bad, and there's like a moment of maybe like we want it so bad, but it's so hard that maybe we should just
yeah,
like give it up. It's like when I'm saying it now, it sounds dramatic. It's not like the performance is not like that, but there's something like in there that's really like,
The inner thoughts of, yeah, I get you.
And what about you, Star?
it's a hard question for me to choose. Pick one. Pick one. Uh, I love. I love this film. I can't really choose a scene.
No, that's understandable. I mean, you're the writer, the director, and the editor. It's they're all your darlings. And to you more, the scene on the beach was actually one of my favorite scenes in the film as well. And I think for that moment, you're talking as a couple, coming, like, and you by this point you're tired of the experience. Like maybe just let it be just the two of us. And that's a big decision or like thought process there. You put so much effort into it, and then what if it's all for naught, and all that. Kind of one scene I'm kind of it is it's near the end of the film, is and I'm forgetting the character's name, but the man, was it Yuri
Yeah,
Yuli,
yeah.
the scene, um,
Don't do a
basically,
spoiler.
I know. I'm sorry. No spoilers. That was, it was kind of. Uh, I'm trying to. I guess like was again character reading too much into the situation, or was she correct in her observation? I guess is my curiosity question.
I didn't really understand the question.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't understand completely the
I
the
did.
the question.
Oh, I heard it maybe.
Yeah.
Ma Moshe?
Who understood
It's
the question, or
sorry.
yeah, like did Agam's character, was she
Yeah.
reading the situation correctly, or was she reading into the situation, and that's what caused her reaction?
Agam,
Of
do
my
you know?
character,
Yeah.
I think that sometimes in life you are getting through to something really simple, but you are all overwhelmed and you are so stressed and you are in panic, and the smallest thing can collapse you. So either it was really dramatic and either it was really normal. She was so full of tense and fear that she couldn't control herself. It was like, don't come in here. It's like you're afraid of the dark. If it will come in, everything can be destroyed. For her, uh, through her eyes, and we need to remember that she's struggling a mental issue. Like she's already trying to, to be strong and overcome a very difficult situation. In this very tense moment, she don't have the power for it, and it's just like, it's not a big thing, but for her it's like an earthquake. She couldn't do nothing different than the reaction she did. So I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did, and thank you for that. So for the three of you, what is next for you coming up? We can start with more, then Istar, and then Agam. What are you working on next?
Um, I'm also a kind of a young filmmaker. I graduated from film school. I was in film school while we were shooting, and I graduated a year ago. And I just finished a short film, and I'm editing. So I'm like in getting into the behind the scenes as well. So I'm pretty focused on this right now. Yeah.
You, Star, how about you?
I'm working on a few things. I have another feature which I wrote, and now entering with it to a process with the Israeli Film Found of rewriting the script. I'm working on a short film as a director with a writer, and I'm working with a gam on a TV series on mental illness.
So,
Yeah.
that's a good lead-in for you, Agam.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but as you can see, my little baby woke up, so I need to.
Well, I
I'll
think
be
that's
back in a second.
not a problem. Not a problem. And you, Agam? You're working on the TV
Yeah.
series?
Actually, I'm writing this TV series with a staff. And I'm also working in education projects. I'm working with kids and youth in a very special organization that his attention is like to reduce violence, not only physical violence, and to increase our future generation feeling good with themselves and inside the society they live in. So I'm doing also acting and working with the youth. So yeah, that's it.
No, that's really good, and actually perfect timing since the star came back. I want to actually say first, I want to apologize that I could never get my video working, and then I want to say thank you.
We will never know if you are a real person or you are like.
I'm a automated voice.
Yeah.
But no, thank you, number one, for being here today for the Q&A, and then thank you for actually making this incredible film, and we're very proud to have it in the festival and very appreciative of it. And I just want to say thank you from here, the staff and board of the OUTshine Film Festival, for being here today and allowing us to screen the film.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
guys.
us. I wish we could have been there.
Another year. And then now for the people watching, we're going to show the trailer from the 2.
מנסה ילד. תווי פניו.
זה המנה?
תירגעי, זה כולה IVF, חצי מהאנשים בעולם עוברות את הדבר הזה, זה בקטנה.
בקטנה? סבבה, זה לא הגוף שלך שעובר את כל הדברים האלה, אז בואי תנסי את להיכנס להיריון, נראה אותך רגועה.
אני מנסה להיכנס להיריון, אוקיי? בהצלחה.